Hello lads and ladies, I'm presently standing in Dunans Castle, Woodland on a late January morning in the sunshine. We finally got some good weather and I thought I'd share it with you and share this wonderful environment. I mean, obviously there aren't that many leaves on the trees and we've had a lot of erosion from runoff, but it's looking lovely, isn't it? Now behind me you can see a grass track or a path. That's actually a Telford road and is part of the network of 1,000 miles of road that Telford was commissioned to build in the early part of the 19th century. And that's how he came to Glendaruel, and that's how he built Dunans Bridge, because he met up with John Fletcher and they became fast friends, and a commission for that bridge was made such that the Fletchers were then able to create the castle some 50 years later. I wanted you to see that Woodland Road because it's part of a network of paths that we will be building over the next 3 or 4 years to get access into the heart of Dunans Castle Woodland. And of course, the heart of Dunans Castle Woodland is now really important because we have, in the last couple of weeks, launched a new title for those people who want to support the woodland and therefore the restoration of the castle. And it has been really well received, and lots of people have been purchasing the title to gift as a Valentine for Valentines for their partners, and therefore the idea that it's of the heart of the woodland seemed to me to be particularly appropriate as a way of introducing the idea of decorative titles for the woodland. The actual title itself is Cridhe Na Coille, which is Gaelic for heart of the wood, and is designed to give you that feeling of connection with our landscape, which on a day like today is just gorgeous. I mean, obviously there's lots of moss and lichen on the trees, but that's also part of what makes this woodland so special, in the sense that it is part of a Scottish temperate rainforest. I can hear you thinking, rainforest in Scotland, in the British Isles? But it's true. So it means that, or is part of this idea of a woodland which is ancient. You can see that tree behind me there with all the ferns and moss on its trunk. That is typical of the type of woodland that we're going to be creating over the next year or so. It's taken some time to get the forest plans approved, and we're still waiting for that final confirmation. But as soon as we have that, we'll get to putting up the fencing that will allow us to then plant the hill that you can see through the trees behind me. We're really looking forward to that, because then that starts to give us the opportunity to create the carbon offset project, which then helps to generate the next tranche of funds, which will do the next stage of restoration work on the castle. So all good stuff. And progress, it feels like, for 2024. You'll be able to follow more of that progress on videos, etc., that I'm going to be doing over the next few months. But in the meantime, if you want to support us now, that Valentine gift of a decorative title for the woodland is absolutely the way to go. We've also got, and I suspect you've noticed, this lovely buff. And myself, Gordon, our tour guide, and Sadie, my wife, have all been wearing them over the winter period because it's been quite cold. It's also been very wet as well. So listen, I hope you're having a lovely time wherever you are in the world, but I hope to see you at some point this year at Dunans to either come to the castle and look at the restoration or inspect your woodland plot. Thanks very much. See you next time.